Civil War built a wall of hate between the North and South. And on each side, great armies fought and died. But south of St. Louis, across the Mississippi, was a no-man's land, where guerrilla raiders led by men like Luke Cottrell left a wake of ruins, burning and plundering ranches and homesteads. Riding across the great flat plains, with gun and torch, they pillaged the countryside in the name of the Union Army. And against the Texas sky rose the slow dust of wagon trains, settlers driven from the land by the fury of war.
Looks like we lost more than our cows.
Nobody but a Yankee do a thing like this.
Somebody around here don't like us.
Kip! Oh, Kip. They must have been watching. They saw you and the men ride off after the herd. They came to all the ranches that night, dragged off everything they could carry, stole the horses, burned the houses.
Who did it?
Cottrell. Luke Cottrell and his guerrillas.
Bronco, I want you to take good care of Deborah.
What are you going to do, Kip?
Your horse is all right?
Sure, they'll pull to Edenton. But where are you going? I want to go with you.
Deb needs you with her.
Where are you going, Kip?
Brownsville
That's Union headquarters now.
and Cottrell's.
Oh, don't do it, Kip. Come to Edenton with us.
Leave our land, let them burn us out and do nothing about it?
They burned out all of us. Finding Cottrell won't bring it back. Oh, Lee, tell him you won't go with him. Tell him not to do it.
Three of us been together a long stretch, Deb.
Oh, Charlie?
I wouldn't mind getting a look at Cottrell myself right now.
Oh, it isn't Cottrell I'm thinking of. It's the three of you. You came out here and made something out of the land. There were troubles then, too, but they didn't turn you to hate. Building Three Bell kept you together. This can only end by splitting you apart. Oh, don't you see? Don't go.
We're going to Brownsville, Deb.
Well, what about me, Kip? You asked me to marry you. We made all kinds of plans. What happens to them now?
Nothing's changed. We'll all be coming back, maybe sooner than you think.
Kip's right. Edenton's the place for you now.
I'm afraid we're going to Brownsville, Deb.
They're pulling out. You better go now.
What are you carrying?
Contraband. Cannonballs and used rifle bullets. I grow them on my ranch when nobody's looking at me.
I wouldn't be throwing that word contraband around so free in these parts. I've seen men shot for much less than that.
Carrying hay.
All right, let him through, Cal. Go ahead, Reb. And next time, save your jokes for Jeff Davis.
Johnny Reb, so have another rise, sir.
We'll have another ride, sir.
Yankee Doodle does as well as anybody can, sir. And like the ladies, he's brave and union to a man, sir. Yankee Doodle never fails when he decides to try, sir. We'll lick the pants off Johnny Reb, so have another rise, sir.
Hello, Jake.
How are you, Kip? Lee? Hello, Charlie.
Full house today.
Yeah.
I don't see Luke Cottrell.
Luke? Cottrell, oh. Oh.
He been in today?
I don't think he's been in today, but I can ask.
Jake? He usually come by?
Who?
Cottrell.
Oh. He comes by.
Sure. Man gets thirsty, don't he?
Yeah. Oh, Kip. Now, please don't start anything. I don't want any trouble in the place.
Don't worry, Jake. There ain't gonna be any trouble.
Can I buy you a drink while we're waiting?
Some other time, if it's just the same to you. Rouge, come here. Sing Yankee Doodle again. Sing anything, but sing.
Boys?
Whiskey. Our brave guerrilla allies.
Hello, Cottrell. You celebrating?
You ain't crazy enough to start anything here, Davis.
I'm not starting anything.
You figure on making me draw first, don't you?
Maybe.
Then the three of you start pumping lead.
No, they're patient boys. They'll wait their turn. If you get past me.
You got a name of being pretty fast in the draw, Davis.
I'm still living. But I've heard them say Charlie's faster.
Yeah? What about him? He outdraw both of you?
I don't put bullets in my guns. I just carry them for ballast.
Well, if you boys are looking for a fight, you'll have to fight each other. I ain't drawing.
Take off your gun, Cottrell. out of Texas and don't come back.
You've earned yourself a drink, mister. I'd like to buy you one.
I don't drink with Yankees.
Easy does it, kid. See, Jack, there wasn't any trouble.
You border rats, get in on the winning side. If there's a man among you, he'll join up with the best fighting force west of the Mississippi. Come on, step up. Sign your name or make your mark. And ride to victory with the 7th Cavalry.
Yeah, join the Army and steal cattle.
Say, you look strong enough to carry a gun.
I already got one. But it's got a funny habit of shooting only one way, north.
Oh, Johnny Reb, huh? Maybe you're too scared to fight.
Easy does it, Lee. Easy does it.
Take it easy, Lee. How much more of this do you think I can take? For a couple of months now, we've been trying to raise a stake. Well, we ain't got the stake, and I'm sick of looking at Union soldiers. Living with them, eating, sleeping with them. I even got them marching through my dreams.
Why don't you march something else through your dreams? Something like blonde. Come on, let's get a drink.
I'm going to Edmonton.
What for? There's nothing in Edmonton but more soldiers.
Yeah, but they're Confederate soldiers. I'm going to sign up.
You, a soldier boy? Stripes on your sleeves? Yes, sir. No, sir. Saluting every minute?
You sure that's what you want to do, Lee?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh, I got nothing against shooting. Why change clothes to do it?
Maybe he's right. Maybe all three of us ought to join up.
Oh, now, wait a minute.
Oh, no, not you two. You wouldn't be in the Army 5 minutes before they'd hang the both of you. Inciting to riots, striking an officer, disobedience to orders, or wearing the uniform improperly.
What about you?
Well, it's different with me, you know that.
It means we got to break up. We never broke up before.
Well, we never had a war like this before.
All right, Lee. You're the only one who knows what you ought to do.
Yeah. Well, so long, kid.
Good riding, Lee.
So long, Charlie.
So long, Lee. What's Lee supposed to do now? Turn in his bell?
Quit joking, Charlie.
He's my friend, too. Well, we still need a stake. Maybe I can win a herd of Jake's faro table.
Hello, cowboy.
I do, ma'am.
I've been wondering about you. What does a cowboy do when he runs out of cows?
I've been wondering the same thing myself.
I got $50 looking for a job.
What kind of a job?
Driving that wagon.
It's high pay from you, Skinner. Where are you aiming on driving it? St. Louis?
Just to Point Isabel.
Point Isabel? Well, that's Confederate territory. What's in your wagon?
Furniture. I brought some fine things into this town. It's getting a little rough here, so I'm moving out. Every stick of it came hauled from the east. That chaise there came from France. It's all mahogany. You haven't been listening.
I've been wondering about you ever since I drifted into town. It's healthy color you got in your cheeks.
Rouge.
I thought for a minute it was Texas climate.
Even Texas needs a little help. It's just rouge.
Is that where you got your name?
No. It's because I come from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. You wouldn't call a lady Bat.
No. I reckon not. Well, for $50, I'm willing to believe it's all mahogany.
smoke. Look at that.
Have occupied this area to stop the trafficking smuggled war supplies from Mexico to the rebels. And I intend to stop it. Now I ask you once more. Who hired you?
I've told you all I know, Colonel.
Unless you decide to tell us who involved you in this, you may find yourself shot as a spy. All right, Billings. Take him out to the stockade.
What's the idea? Do I get shot trying to escape?
Hello, cowboy.
What's going on?
Any objections?
I got objections to furniture that shoots bullets.
You knew that mahogany was loaded.
Maybe I did. What about those marshals?
That heart they're Southerners. For $100 gold.
You still owe me 50.
You never did deliver the shades. You still looking for a stake, cowboy?
You got some more furniture?
Lots of it. Some very interesting pieces. Maybe even enough to furnish a ranch.
Well, the chairs on our ranch weren't much, but the cows didn't mind.
What was it worth?
About 15,000 when they burned us out.
You can make it back in a year.
Where?
Cross the river with me. You really don't have much of a choice.
We going?
Just in case $100 wasn't enough.
2 bullets would have been cheaper.
Save your bullets. You're gonna need them where you're going. Come on, climb in. Sam?
Charlie?
Look at this town. One more war and it'll be another New Orleans.
Enough stuff piled up here to blow Brownsville clear into the Panhandle.
You're looking at the supply depot for the whole Confederate Army. Matamoros is the back door to the south.
Who owns all this?
Brugnon Porters, Papa Brugnon president. Buys it in Europe and sells it here to anybody with the cash. And nerve enough to run it across the border.
Looks like there's enough floaters around this town to double every gun hand west of the Pecos.
Go ahead, kid. You two go talk to Papa, and by the time you come out, we'll have an outfit.
Let's get started.
Rouge! J'arrive, baby, ma petite. Sit down, sit down. You look hungry. When did you eat last? Lobster?
Business first, Papa. Lobster later.
Business. Business.
I've formed a new partnership, Papa. Mr. Davis, Monsieur Henri Brugnon.
Foolish man. Alas, monsieur, you come to me at the wrong time. There isn't a sou of merchandise in my warehouse.
Who's buying in such quantities?
I have new customers, Cherie.
Let them wait.
But I'm obligated, Cherie.
They sound more like partners than customers.
Partners? Never. I have no partners.
Then you'll always have something for friends, eh, Papa? Old friends.
Whatever you want, Sherry. Whenever I have it.
Ain't you over in the warehouse anymore, Brunion?
Monsieur Cottrell.
This your new cash customer? Yeah. Henry and me's been doing some nice pieces of business together. Ain't we, Henry?
It has been a pleasure, Monsieur Cottrell.
You don't care which side you're on, do you? I like it here. There ain't any army around making rules about how you're supposed to kill a man. Bucky. This ain't Texas, Davis. Go on back to hustling cows and keep out of my business. I'm not asking for your advice, Cottrell. I told you before, you can draw first anytime, any place. Why should I get mad at you, Davis? I took your advice and got out of Texas, didn't I? Would you take my advice and get out of Matamoras, huh? Keep hustling cows. It's a lot safer. Go on, Henry. Finish your lobster before it gets cold. Here.
Hey, Cap.
Those the men you lined up?
Matamoras is best.
You, what's your name?
Jim Marlin.
You handle a gun?
Sure.
Any objection to shooting it if necessary?
What's a gun for?
All right. You.
Ted Johnson.
You ride a horse?
I was born on one.
All right, you.
Manuel González García de la Cadena, señor.
Mule skinner, eh?
Best.
All right, Manuel.
Slim Hansen.
You a Texan?
Yeah, I'm a Texan.
You as good with that knife as you look?
Good enough.
I've seen you around.
Maybe.
Weren't you riding with Cottrell?
For a while. I didn't like it much.
Get out.
He hired me, you didn't. Who's running this outfit?
He said he quit Cottrell. We can't be choosy, kid.
I don't trust him.
I say he's all right. I picked him.
We'll pick another.
I want him in.
All right. You've got him.
That's a fine band of cutthroats he picked out.
We got our outfit. What about your end?
My end?
Yeah, Brunion. Can we take his word he'll deliver?
It'll take a few months, but he'll deliver. For me. Can you get it through the lines?
We'll get it through.
You've got a lot of confidence, haven't you? I hope it carries you 600 miles to Edmonton. You know, those Yankee patrols don't ride the river just to look at scenery.
We ain't gonna spend too much time looking at scenery either.
Sam?
This where we cross the border? That's right. See anything?
Nothing but lizards and tired rattlers. This Texas sun's too hot for Yankees anyhow. They're all back in the shade of Jake's saloon.
Don't be too sure. We ain't to Edmonton yet.
Come on, move them up.
I always knew there was bound to be at least one good reason for letting you go up to Edinburgh. Now I know what it was.
We aim to please, and nothing pleases us more than tangling with Cottrell.
What's doing in Edmonton, Lee? Anything more interesting than broken down cowboys turned sergeant?
Oh, everybody's there. The Jasons, Bronco.
Deb?
Yeah, she's there, too. She's nursing at the hospital.
How is she?
Oh, she's fine, Kip.
You men in charge of this wagon train?
We are.
But it's lucky for you we were out on patrol. All right, Sergeant. Let's get him into Edmonton now.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. No, sir. You salute real pretty, Lee.
You run guns real pretty, too.
Vamos, chiquito! Vamos!
Get unloaded.
Very well, sir. All right, men, get on those wagons, start breaking it out. Where's that hospital, Lee? Cut on down the road, you can't miss it. Thanks.
I knowed it. Seen them cowpunchers sniff that saddle leather. Wait till Debbie hears.
She ain't gonna hear, Bronco. She's gonna see. You go trade brands with Charlie.
Now, you wait a minute, kid. There's one thing we're gonna get settled right now. I'm gonna go with you on that next trip. Why, I know that border like I know my own hand. I can drive a team like nobody in this whole...
All right, Bronco. You go tell Charlie you're hired.
Yeah!
Deb!
Oh, Lee, you're back. I was so worried.
Guess again. It ain't Lee this time.
Oh, Kip, you did come. You did come.
You didn't think I'd let a couple armies stand in the way, did you?
You should have let me know you were coming. I would have gotten you someplace to stay. Wait, I know. Jason's attic. You wouldn't mind climbing a few flights, would you?
But I ain't staying, Deb.
You're not staying.
Me and Charlie brought a load of guns and powder through the Union lines. We're pulling out tonight.
I didn't know. I thought you came to Edmonton because...
Don't you think I missed you? You don't think I wanted it this way? Me down in Matamoros and you up here.
Well, then stay here.
Stay here and do what, Deb? Hang my thumbs in my belt? There's money in running guns. Money to buy cattle and rebuild. They burned us out, but we ain't gonna stay burned.
The ranch isn't that important to Lee.
Lee's different than me.
Well, no one knows how long the war will last. We can't wait forever, Kip. Not thinking, not feeling, not living.
But I'm no good to you, Deb. To myself or anyone else until I get back on that ranch again.
It wasn't the ranch I wanted to marry.
I'll see you before we pull out.
Yes.
Well, that just about does it, Sergeant.
All right, Danny.
All unloaded? Yeah, there's nothing like doing business with the Army. They'd buy the buttons off your shirt if they just come in packing boxes.
Well, let figure split 3 ways.
3 ways?
Yeah. You're not figuring me in on it, are you? It all goes back in a 3-bell. The last I heard, that was a 3-way deal. You're still wearing that bell on your spurs. It's good enough for me.
I guess if he got shot crossing the river, you two would have to commit suicide.
Is that supposed to be funny?
Before we start dividing, we better get something to divide.
Sergeant. Supplies all checked?
Yes, sir.
Confederate Army's grateful, sir.
We'll be running through all you can take, Captain.
You keep the supplies coming through, and we'll have enough soon to retake Brownsville. Pay the men off, Sergeant.
Yes, sir. Well, you heard what he said. Pay the men off. Come on, boys. Let me show you where we keep it. You can't accuse this outfit of confiscating anything. We pay in full. There you are.
When did they start putting up Confederate money and bailed?
That's good old Texas cotton. Legal tender for government purchase, and all you gotta do is haul it away.
No wonder you didn't want to be a partner.
What's the matter? Don't you like it?
What are we supposed to do with it? Stuff it in our ears? That Louisiana thrush of yours, I had an idea she didn't know what she was doing. How would you like a couple of these bales in our bustle?
Gentlemen, the quartermaster told me I might find someone around here with cotton for sale.
You mean you buy cotton for money?
Yes, indeed. My name is Cecil Middleton. I represent the firm of Cartwright and Bone Steel of Manchester, England. We pay with British pounds.
Mister, you just bought yourself some cotton.
Hey, that's wonderful.
Let's see the British pounds, or do you pay in tea leaves?
No, gold pounds. But perhaps you don't quite understand. I should be glad to pay for the cotton when it is delivered in Matamoros, Mexico.
Hello, cowboy. How's the cotton business?
Well, I ain't so sure yet. We got wagons stretched down the road for about a mile. Now what are we gonna do with it?
Hello, Charlie. Nice work. Have any trouble getting through?
Yeah, coming back.
We sighted a Yankee patrol, but we made it across the river before they did.
They were probably laughing so hard they couldn't fight. Why didn't you tell us they pay off in this stuff?
What's the matter with cotton? We could run it up into petticoats, or maybe you'd like a little cotton doily for your horse.
Listen, all we've got is the promise of some Britisher we may never see again.
Maybe. Cecil, old chap? They're here.
Good. So, gentlemen, you've brought the cotton. Well, I have the British pounds. And may I say your partner drives a hard bargain. But come on in, we'll settle the account.
So she doesn't know what she's doing, huh?
Good old Cecil. What do you think he's going to do with all that cotton?
For the price you got him to pay, you ought to cash it with this gold dust.
Did I do all right?
You did fine.
I'm a good little girl.
Very good.
Very, very good.
You know, up in Edmonton, they're talking about retaking Brownsville.
Too much love can make you unhappy. Too much love can leave you alone. Too many times I've had it happen. Love caught me napping. Now I'm alone. Too much time is wasted in waiting for the one who'll call you his own. That's why my heart is yours forever, complaining never again of too much love. You know what? You don't look any different in champagne. Not any better, not any worse. Just Kip. Come here. Come here, I'll show you. I'll put some in the Indian nose.
Hey,
All right, no champagne.
I think you had about enough, too.
All right, no more champagne for anybody. You know what? You love your ranch too much.
Do I?
You love everything too much, too hard. You love your friends too much. You get hurt that way.
Maybe.
Threeville. You loved it, didn't you?
It was a good place to be.
You and Lee and Charlie.
Me and Lee and Charlie. We worked it together.
Think you'll ever work it again? Together?
Well, there won't always be a war.
Ranch? Friends. That all there was in your life, Kip?
Come on, let's get out of here. It's getting late.
No, girl.
I got all those wagons to unload tomorrow.
How pretty is she? Very pretty? Kip. Kip, is she very pretty?
Come on, Rouge. It'll be a long day tomorrow.
It's a long day today. Besides, I couldn't leave this here all alone now, could I?
Good night, Rouge.
Good night, Kip.
Bartender, set them up for these two.
Don't whistle too hard, Jake. Your teeth will fall out.
Rouge!
It's a real pretty tune. I knew you wouldn't forget it.
You know how I always felt. I was born in Missouri.
Well, no state's perfect. You can't blame Missouri for everybody born there.
Kip! Charlie! Well, I see you boys again.
We ain't boys anymore, Jake. We're full grown now.
What about him?
Hey, Kip! Charlie! Hey, you son of a gun! Gosh, it's good to see you.
You boys finally caught up with the Army, huh? So they made you an officer.
Lieutenant Price, the conqueror of Brownsville.
Why, sure. I drew him a secret map to the back door of Jake's saloon. Well, you look mighty fine in that uniform, eh?
Yeah, if it wasn't for all that cloth and gold braid we've been smuggling in, he'd be wearing brass buttons on his underwear.
Boys, you know, I'm mighty proud of you all. Anytime I've got a roof over my head and a dollar in my pocket, anything you want for, you just ask. You'll get it.
Thanks, Jake. We appreciate that. We'll start with your office. We need a place to work out of. Come on,
Well,
boys.
Charlie, you're not going to take my office, are you? Where am I going to have anybody come to see me? I can't keep my books.
About you.
What? Rouge, they're going to take my office. What am I going to do?
Just get up there and whistle Dixie. You're real good at it.
Let's get down to business. Manuel, go down to Matamoros and tell Brunion we'll buy every shipload of supplies he's got coming in.
Si, senor.
Now, this is the way to run the blockade. Only got a 2-mile haul, no risks, and the Confederate Army protecting you every inch of the way.
Right, Kip? No, Charlie, I've been thinking different. I got a feeling this may be the turning point for the South.
I hope you're right, Kip.
We took Brownsville back. That means it'll be turning that way all the way down the line now.
All right, what's the point?
Well, the fighting will be moving farther and farther north.
So?
We can go back to Three Bell.
Go back to herding cows? What for? Look, this war isn't over yet. And until it is, there's a lot more money in guns than cows. And guns smell nicer, too.
Well, we weren't in this just to pile up a lot of money.
Who says so?
Well, I'm going back to Three Bell.
I'm staying. What about you, Lee?
Well, I never was part of this gun running deal. I got no right to say now.
It's a big job to handle a ranch all alone, Kip. Lee's in the Army. Charlie staying here?
Well, I wasn't aiming to handle it alone.
Bronco ain't gonna be much help to you.
Well, I wasn't thinking of Bronco either. I was meaning to ask Deb. Won't be the first time a man's gone out to the land with only a wife to help him.
You know what you want, Kip.
Is Deb in town yet? Where are they setting up the hospital?
Over at the boarding house. Sadie's place.
Well, boys, guess I'll be drifting along. I got a couple of fences that need mending.
All right, Professor. Get that piano tinkling.
As a brass band played for the soldiers on parade, I'm afraid the army caught my eye. And I don't know when I had seen such handsome men, but then they continued marching by. I am fair of face, curved in just the proper place. There is none more lovable than I. To the men who pass, I'm a most attractive lass. But alas, they continued marching by. Oh, it must be fun to have a soldier, any soldier, to hold your hand. But it takes a lot to hold your soldier when they strike up the band. I detest a flirt, so I slyly raise my skirt past my shoe top, almost ankle high. I could feel their eyes, I could hear their murmured sighs. Otherwise, they continued marching by. Otherwise, they continued marching by.
Hello, Deb.
Kip,
Lee told me I'd find you here.
we haven't had a minute since we got here. There's so much to do.
Have you got a minute now?
2.
Brought you something.
As long as it isn't another cotton swab.
Come all the way from Paris. Papa Brugman says they're the latest thing they're wearing over there. Oh, I know they ain't the right thing for here, but maybe someday there'll be a time for wearing pretty silly things like that again. I wanted you to have them.
Thank you, Kip.
That isn't the only reason I came, just to bring them to you. I'm going back to Three Bell, Deb. Just like I said we would. I'm asking you to marry me, Deb.
Kip, I can't leave here now. There's too much to be done and too few of us. They need me here.
I need you too, Deb.
Oh, I don't know, Kip.
What don't you know?
Don't ask me anything. Don't make me say anything.
Well, if there's anything to say, maybe now's the best time.
Remember that day at the ranch? I knew it then. I knew then that things would never be the same again. Let's wait a little while. We've waited so long now, it won't hurt to wait a little longer.
Whatever you say, Deb.
Miss Miller.
Pulling out, Charlie.
Pulling out?
We don't want to leave Cottrell down there with Bunyan too long.
No, that'd be bad business. I thought you were forgetting gun running.
I'm remembering it again.
There's a detachment leaving for the Brazos-Santiago country on Sunday. I'm going with it.
That's a long haul from Matamoros to Edenton. Takes time. Lots of things can happen in Edenton between trips.
I trust my friends.
I trust mine, too. Sometime.
Partner?
Mr. Kip! Mr. Kip! Where's Mr. Kip?
He's in the office. What's up, Manuel?
Mr. Kip! Mr. Kip! Mr. Kip! Mr. Kip! Mr. Kip! Mr. Kip! Malas noticias de Matamoros, señor Kip. Hubo un pleito muy grande y el señor Bruñón se ha ido. Cottrell es un hombre muy malo. Cottrell me quería matar y dice que si vamos a Matamoros, ¡pum, pum!, nos mata a todos.
Cottrell, what about him?
Cottrell, he tried to kill me. He said no more loans. If we come to Matamoros, he's gonna kill all of us.
Did you hear what he said? Cottrell is sitting top man in Matamoros now. He can stop every shipload of supplies that comes in. He's put us out of business.
All right. We're out of business.
I don't like to be put out of business.
Not so fast. A big shipment just came in. It'll be freighted from the sea to Matamoros tomorrow. It don't have to reach Cottrell.
No, it don't.
It'll mean a fight.
Not if we're smart.
And don't forget, we're supposed to be Yankee cavalry. Try to act like it. Rocco, button up that collar.
Ain't it bad enough wearing a Yankee coat without having to choke you? I don't like it, Kip. Ain't there any other way of doing it?
Yeah, you can go on back to Brownsville. We don't need you anyhow.
Let him alone, Charlie.
Well, we never should have brought him.
Here they come.
This is gonna be like flushing rabbits. Get out of that box.
But, senor, this is Mexico. You have no right.
Come on, Prado, move. Manuel, mount up on this wagon. All right, boys, let's get moving.
Dismount. Take cover.
Stop shooting! Please, Yanks! Stop shooting! Hold your fire! We're in, Yankees! I noticed. We ain't Yanks! We ain't Yanks! You see, Tony, you got us into this. If it hadn't been for you, we should have...
Looks like we stopped, Luke.
You had no call to do that. It was him or me. Better get out of these Yankee suits. We're in Confederate territory. All right, let's get those wagons unloaded. I didn't know you were bringing a load through tonight.
Yeah.
Did you happen to see anything of Captain Jeffrey's patrol? He's way overdue.
No, we haven't seen him.
Looks like you got shot up a little. Did you run into some trouble?
No, there wasn't any trouble.
I'm right, old pain. I lead old Dan. I'm off to Montana for the souls who left her. Hi, Lee.
Where'd you get the fancy pants, Bronco?
I told him there'd be trouble. I told him, Lee. Yankee pants always bring trouble. I told him I didn't want to put them on.
Now, don't go jumping at things, Lee. He don't know what he's talking about. He's drunk.
You ain't mad, Lee. You ain't really mad, are you? Charlie, please mad at me. You go tell him I didn't want to put these pants on.
You know, Bronco, they should have killed you down at the ford. I told you not to let Bronco ride with us. Look, I had an old dog once. I loved him, too. But when he went lame and blind, I shot him.
Where's Bronco now?
Never mind Bronco. When news of that patrol gets through, Lee's gonna know what happened. What about that?
Yeah, what about it? The news has come through. You wiped out that patrol, didn't you? Killed Jeffrey, murdered men wearing the same uniform I'm wearing.
We couldn't help it. They started shooting. We had to defend ourselves.
Defend the wagons, you mean? You were willing to fight us, kill our men, anything, just to make sure you'd get your money.
That ain't exactly the way it was.
Just a minute, Lee. We ain't running guns for love. And we ain't sitting anywhere swallowing your lead just because of the pretty uniform you wear.
Cut it, Charlie.
At least Charlie makes sense. Only I ain't having any part of it. Or of you anymore or the ranch. I'm walking out.
It ain't that easy, Lee. How do we know you're gonna keep your mouth shut?
Bronco. Why did you take him with you, Kim? Why did you let him ride with you at all? Oh, Bronco. Bronco.
Get the boys together. We're going after Cottrell.
What's the good of killing Cottrell now or getting yourself killed?
I ain't gonna kill him. I'm gonna bring him back here where he can look at the ranches he burned and the graves of Bronco and the others he murdered who didn't have a chance. And then let him hang him.
I ain't going with you. Bronco ain't worth dying for.
You're smart not to go, Charlie. You've got too much to lose. Half of the biggest gunman in business in Texas. And if Kip happens to catch a belly full of lead down there, you'll have the whole thing. A few men riding into Matamoros make mighty easy targets, especially if Cottrell happens to be waiting for him.
Listen, you.
Take your hands off me. You could be top man, Charlie. Run things just the way you want it. It'll take Kip a while to round up some men. You won't be needing me for anything, will you, Charlie? I'm kind of restless. A good, fast ride is just what I need.
Thomas, down the lake. Thomas, you stay here.
Something's wrong.
Davis. Davis.
Cottrell.
Don't, Davis. Don't.
Coming back with me, Cottrell. You're gonna get on your knees over Bronco's grave, and then I'm gonna let him hang you.
Wait. I want to make a deal with you. There's a lot of things you don't know. Things you'll never find out until too late, maybe. You know who warned me you were coming here.
I thought you needed a little help.
You always said you were good with that knife.
Yeah. I didn't think Charlie was right letting you come here alone.
You're lying. Leaving?
Yes, Kip, I am.
Because of Bronco?
Seeing Bronco dead there in the dirt, I can't stay here now. Not anymore.
You're not coming back?
No, Kip.
Is Bronco the only reason you're leaving? You got a gun. Why don't you draw?
Yeah, we could draw on each other, Kip. Maybe it'd be a tie, then what? What good would that be doing? For you, for me, or for Deb?
Don't blame Lee. It wasn't anything he did. It was something that happened to me. Being near him, watching him ride out to fight, not knowing if he was coming back, but praying that he would. And suddenly, not really facing it, I knew that I loved him. I tried to fight it. Kip, I did.
3 Bell. We were always going to be together. You took Deb away, and Charlie tried to kill me.
Are you all right, Kip?
I'm fine. You got back fast, Slim.
Yeah, I got a good horse.
Slim told me how it went, Kip. I'm real glad. I was worried.
Yeah, I know you were, Charlie.
What are you looking for?
How much we got stacked there?
Well, I don't know exactly. Why?
It don't matter. It's all yours now. My share and Lee's. Take it. I'm giving it to you. It's what you wanted, isn't it? The whole gun-running business right in your lap. You ought to make a lot of money now. A lot of friends like Slim here. He's willing to do almost anything for you, ain't he?
If I was Kip, I'd cut your throat with your own knife. Being as how you've made such a clean sweep today, I'll pull out too. You can have my share.
You don't have to go, Rouge. You and I could be a lot of help to each other.
You can be a lot of help to me right now, Charlie.
Yeah.
Where does a cowboy go when he's on the move?
Don't be a fool. He ain't got nothing but the clothes on his back.
It's how you wear 'em, Charlie. It's all in how you wear 'em.
We're making a mistake. He's likely to come back someday. We'll only have to do then what we ought to be doing now.
Let him go. He can't bother us. Nobody can. Proclamation. Whereas hostilities have now ceased and a state of emergency exists in the state of Texas, Authority to maintain law and order is hereby delegated to the Texas Rangers. By order of the governor of the state of Texas. Now, Slim, that wasn't nice. They went to a lot of trouble to get all them signs printed.
It ain't funny. We don't want no Texas Ranger sticking his nose into our business.
Lee.
Hello, Lee.
Hello, Charlie.
Hello, Dad. It's been a long time. I heard that made you a ranger, but I didn't figure on you coming back to Brownsville.
I go where I'm sent.
You all they sent? One ranger?
There's only one town, ain't there?
You ain't aiming to find out which of us is quickest on the draw after all this time, are you, Lee?
Maybe. If it hadn't been for Kip, we'd have found out a long time ago.
I'm thinking Kip made a mistake. But he ain't making any more. He's living over in Matamoros. Nice and peaceful. Not bothering anybody. Why don't you take a lesson from him, Lee? Or do you figure I won't do anything because you're still wearing a bell on your spur?
You're wearing one too, Charlie.
Don't figure on its counting anything to him.
I don't.
Then go back, Lee. Get out of Brownsville.
I came down here to do a job. I'm staying to do it.
I got what I want now, Lee, and nobody's gonna take it away from me, not even you. Get him out of here, Dad, if you want to keep him alive. I got a faro game at 4 o'clock, and I ain't gonna stop it for a shooting. Be out of here before then.
I'll be down. Take a look at your game, Charlie.
Don't do it, Lee. Don't make me kill you.
Go on over to the hotel, Deb. Wait for me there.
Is wasted in waiting for the one who'll call you his own. That's why my heart is yours forever, complaining never again of too much love.
Don't bother, Pedro. It sounds better flat. Jose Alvarado said he'd be needing a top hand around Brandon time. Why don't you ride down and see him?
Well, let Alvarado handle his own cows. I don't like his brand. Dominic! Tequila.
What about this one? It is not paid for.
Give me that. Vamos. You?
Sure.
Hello, Kip.
Hello, Deb.
Oh, I'm so glad to find you. I've looked everywhere.
Just ask anyone in Matamoros. They all know Kip Davis. You never met Deb, did you, Rouge?
No, we never really met.
Kip used to tell me about you and Matamoros and Papa Brugnon.
He's told me about you, too.
What are you doing down here? Last I heard was something about San Antonio. You and Lee getting married, something like that.
Yes.
He down here with you?
The ranger sent him to Brownsville.
Rangers? Lee ought to like that.
You know how he feels.
Yeah. Yeah, I know how he feels.
He needs help, Kip.
He sent you down here?
Oh, no, he doesn't know. But you've got to help him.
Why me? You run out of rangers in Texas?
Come to Brownsville, talk to Charlie.
Me and Charlie ain't been exactly on speaking terms lately.
Well, he'll kill Lee.
I wouldn't be too sure of that. Lee's pretty handy with a gun.
One man against Charlie and Slim and all the others.
What do you expect me to do?
Oh, he'll listen to you. You've got to stop him.
No one asked Lee to join the Rangers. All he has to do is resign.
You know he won't.
That ain't my business.
All right, Kip. No one can make you come. I only thought...
Stop it. You're a real big hero, aren't you? You got him under your thumb. You're gonna get even with him, aren't you? What are you gonna do, spend the rest of your life getting even? It's about the shape of it, isn't it? And I'm the girl who's supposed to sit here and watch it. What do you got against Lee? That he was in love with Deb? What do you want him to do, eat his heart out? Forget that he ever knew her or saw her or wanted her?
Cut it, Rouge, cut it.
You're not even in love with Deb anymore. At least that was an honest excuse. There's nothing honest about sitting here with a bottle eating your heart out with hate.
Forget Lee, forget Deb, forget them all.
There. Do your own forgetting. But count me out, Kip. Lee was your friend, and he couldn't help what he did. But you can sure help what you're doing.
You were right, Rouge. About almost everything. I'm going back to Brownsville. I can't keep on hating Lee or even Charlie. Maybe we had to split, but I can't see it end in gunning and killing over the last of what's left of Three Bell.
Kip.
You were wrong about one thing, though. It wasn't all hate kept me going. They always call you Rouge. Even when you were a kid back in Louisiana?
No.
What was your real name?
Charlotte.
Charlotte. That's a real pretty name. Well, you better go back and sing now, honey. But save an encore for me when I get back.
Don't let me waste that encore, cowboy. I want you around to hear it.
Sure. Hello, Lee.
Hello, Kip.
You figured on taking a little walk?
Well, the weather seems to be clouding up some, but I was figuring to.
Mind if I go along?
You don't mind a little rain?
That's Kip.
Where'd he come from? He ain't got no business here.
Looks like he thinks he has. That makes it our business. The boys are ready any time you are, Charlie. The gun in that window's waiting for the signal. What are you waiting for? What's the matter with you? Give him the signal or I will.
I'm still running this outfit.
Then what's stopping you? The tinkle of those spurs? 3 bells a long time burned. Forget it. You can sit this one out, Charlie. I'm taking care of your friends.
Go changing the brand, will you, kid?
No, Charlie. It'll always be 3 bell. Well, Mrs. Davis, we got a big job ahead of us. I'll have to get a couple of boys to help us out. Takes 3 to run this place.
Give me a few years and I'll see what I can do for you.